All right, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to talk about the Warriors. They win Game 7 on the road in Houston, avoid a 3-1 series loss, and are moving on to the second round. We're going to talk about that game here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn notifications. Do also fight that. I'd really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, getting closer and closer as the days go on. So all support on the channel will be very much appreciated. That's why I turn all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So Warriors Rockets Game 7. The Warriors end up coming into Houston, winning this game, and moving on to the second round. Obviously, they're up 3-1. And then we had the whole situations of Game 5 where they didn't really come to play at all. You know, in that game, you could tell they kind of was just like, Rockets got off to a good start, and it was like, you know what? We're good. We're going back home. We're going back home. We'll win this. And also, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at, stats and stuff on my phone. So that's why I'm looking down. Yeah, and then Game 6, I was very surprised by Game 6. I thought Game 6 would already come out, kind of handle business, do what they got to do. But they still, the lack of urgency, sense of urgency, lack of energy really showed. It was really just kind of like the Steph and Jimmy show. No one else really showed up. Houston had a big game, and they ended up winning and forcing this Game 7 at home. And while the first half, it was kind of like a first quarter. Both teams are kind of, missing shots. It was a little slow start. Buddy Hield in that first half. Buddy Hield was phenomenal. 22 points in the first half. He was amazing this entire game. Not only just shooting threes and hitting threes, which is what he does, but also bringing more energy. Getting little deflections, locking in defensively. He was all over the court, and he was a huge reason. I think if Buddy Hield doesn't have the game he has, honestly, I think this is a lot closer of a game. This is a lot worse game for the Warriors without Buddy Hield. And I feel like the others really stepped up. Draymond Green had a really good game in this one. The Rockets in the first half, the offense, the three-point shooting never really got going. The Warriors had a comfortable lead in the first half. Go to the third quarter, and Amen Thompson turned up. I mean, Amen Thompson was just everywhere. Scoring, rebounding, playmaking, defending. I mean, I felt like Amen Thompson was the Rockets in the third quarter. Like, he was doing so many different things and really kept Houston in his game. Because Golden State didn't have a crazy third quarter. And a lot of that thanks to Amen Thompson really trying to provide energy in this game. And he was trying to make a mark. And we get to the fourth, and the Rockets have an opportunity. But then Steph Curry got a really tough first half, came out in the second half, and did what stars do. He only finished with 22 points, but he shot 50% of the field. He hit some huge shots. He had one where, he was getting double teamed, and he came all the way around and got a layup. He hit a big three-pointer, kind of like a dagger three, also in this fourth quarter. And it felt like Houston couldn't get anything going. Many times he got a little tweaked up with his leg, and when he came out of the game, it felt like Houston couldn't get anything going. A lot of just missed opportunities, not great defensively. They started to unlock in defensively because their offense was being so bad. And Jimmy Butler, who also didn't have a crazy game, only 20 points. But he made huge plays in terms of playmaking. Led the team in assists, tied the leader in assists. He was playing defense. He got in transition, got some easy ones. Draymond Green and Buddy Hield continuing his hot shooting, hit 9 threes in this game. And the Warriors end up getting the W on the road. And yeah, just a big game in general. I mean, they only got to the free throw line 9 times, which is rare. The Warriors usually are a team that gets to the free throw line with Jimmy Butler. Only got to the free throw line 9 times. The Rockets got it there 21 times, but they missed 7 free throws. Now, the Rockets shot 6 for 18 from 3, just not going to cut it. Now, the Rockets' three-point shooting couldn't make one. Fred VanVleet only hit 2, and one of them was like a deep end of the game three-pointer. Dylan Brooks couldn't really get anything going. Jalen Green had another really rough offensive game. And this one, he was trying to be aggressive. Nothing could work for him, though. I think he finished with 6 points in this game. Fred VanVleet couldn't get anything going. The bench didn't provide much at all. The Steven Adams minutes that were so amazing in the first couple games didn't really show out and weren't really super effective because Houston couldn't make anything happen off of those offensive rebounds. Really, it was kind of just Amen and a little bit of Alperen Sengun sprinkled in. But really, it was Amen Thompson was the star of this game for Houston. And really, it was the only reason why the Rockets were close. I mean, the Rockets couldn't get anything going. I feel like the 50-50 balls and the kind of hustle plays that the Rockets were making the last few games, the Warriors took that into account. The Warriors looked at the last 2 games, saw the lack of urgency, and said, no, we got to do this. And a lot of that was thanks to the role players. But Draymond Green had his best game of the series. 16, 6, and 5. Steph Curry, even though he wasn't shooting the ball super well in the first half, Steph Curry led the team in rebounding. Steph Curry had 10 rebounds in this game, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, he wasn't shooting the lights out. He didn't have 40, but his impact on the game was everywhere in terms of doing all the little things. Jimmy Butler as well. Buddy Hield as well. Brandon Podziemski as well was pretty solid in this one. Kevon Looney came in and gave you some pretty decent quality minutes. So the Warriors, while it's not the craziest looking offensive game from the Warriors. You know, I mean, hit 18 threes, and a lot of them were late, where they kind of blew the game open late. But they lost the rebounding battle, but they did win the turnover battle 7-11, and they won the assist battle by 10. And even though they gave up 12 more free throws than they had, they only missed 2 compared to Houston missing 6. And they made it up for hitting 12 more threes. So yeah, and for the Rockets, a tough game. I mean, again, I don't know where they would be without Ben Thompson. I mean, Ben Thompson in this game was absolutely phenomenal, but no one else really showed up for Houston. I feel like all the things that are working well for them the last 2 games didn't work well for them in this game, and the Warriors just did it better. And that just comes down to experience and championship DNA. The Warriors have been here before, and they look like a team that's been here before, with guys that weren't really shooting the ball well, but they're making the extra plays, making the winning plays, getting the extra deflections, getting the extra possessions, hitting big shots when you needed big shots. And the Rockets just couldn't really hold on to that. I'm going to talk about the Rockets more in my looking video that I'm probably going to do maybe tomorrow. I'm going to upload 2 videos tomorrow about the Clippers and the Rockets, 2 teams that lost Game 7. You can go check that out and be on the lookout for that, where I'm talking about more about the future and what the Rockets could do later. But ultimately, I mean, you got to give credit to the Rockets. I mean, down 3-1, they definitely could have just said, hey, we're down 3-1. We're going up against a team that's been here before. It's whatever. But you got to give them credit because they fought. They fought in Game 5. They fought in Game 6. 2 very impressive W's to get all the way here. 2 fours at Game 7 back at home, and gave this experienced team that I think everybody in the world, probably picked Golden State. I picked Golden State to win in 7, which I think that's the only prediction that ended right for me, was Golden State in 7. But, I mean, credit to them. They made it a great series. This is a really fun series. I mean, this is a good series. You got a lot of good moments, good games, tough, the physicality, obviously, and the toughness was a big kind of headline of this series. But ultimately, it was a really good series. The Rockets, unfortunately, just couldn't get it done, couldn't complete the comeback, but that's okay because they're still young and they're going to be here again for the foreseeable future, depending on how all this offseason goes. And Golden State, congrats to them. Came out tough. Game 7 on the road is not an easy game to win. They came out and did their thing. But yeah, very interesting game, solid game. And now we can officially move on to the second round. But yeah, guys, give it a say. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Once again, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So all support on our channel will be very much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.